How should fans view this contract that the Eagles signed Carson Wentz to, Joe?
Well, if you're rooting for the Eagles, you should be very, very, very happy.
Why is that?
Simple. So here's the simple way to look at it. There's $66 million in guaranteed money at the time of signing in the deal. Between this year and next year, the Eagles already owed him $31 million, which was essentially guaranteed. Not literally, but essentially. There's no scenario. You could go out and tear his ACL tomorrow. There's no scenario in which he's not making that $31 million. So for an additional $35 million, just think about that in today's NFL. For the additional $35 million, they control his rights for an extra 4 years. I mean, that's half of the guaranteed money Khalil Mack got. And I personally think this is a perennial Pro Bowl, potential Hall of Fame quality quarterback if he can stay healthy. So for $35 million, even including the obvious health risk and health history, I don't think you could buy anything where the downside was less and the upside was more than 4 years of his rights for a $35 million guarantee. That in worst case scenario, you put a dent in your future budgets. In the best case scenario, you have a quarterback for 6 years at, in today's market, very reasonable prices.
Well, in terms of that, Joe, his cap number, how much, if it does obviously work out to the best case scenario for the Eagles, that he stays healthy and he earns his salary every single year, the way that fans see this number, $107 million in guarantees total, or $100 million, a huge contract, $32 million a year. The idea is that he eats up too much cap space, so the team can't really build around this quarterback to get back to the Super Bowl. What do you say to that?
So there's two things that they did here very smart, and frankly, part of the Eagles' pattern in history for a long time. By doing the deal 2 years early, they put part of his cap money into the next 2 years. So in the going forward basis, in the 4 new years he has, his cap will actually average significantly less than the $32 million because they're eating part of it now. So let's just say they reduce that number to, say, an effectively $26, $27 million average for the 4 new years. If you take $26 or $27 million over what the cap will be 3 years from now, you'll see that that's actually an incredibly modest percentage and a far better position than almost anybody in the league will be in who has a top-quality quarterback. Even the unsigned guys, even if you go to the Mariottas and the Prescotts, forget even, the Goffs and the Mahomes who are going to get massive contracts. That $26, $27 million per year as a percentage of a cap that by the time it kicks in will be over $200 million and blowing towards $250 million will be extremely manageable for a team with a quality quarterback. Now, a quality quarterback should be making up for some deficiencies in some other places. So that's the way they've done it, by doing it 2 years early, by putting part of the cap charge in the next 2 years. When they get to the 4 new years, I'm not saying it won't matter. I'm not saying they won't have to be smart about hitting on some draft picks and managing the rest of the roster. But they will be in a significantly better cap position to manage that than any of the other teams will have a premium quarterback.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.